All right, we're moving on. My next guy, this is a guy who's shooting up draft boards, and this is a guy who I think is good, but he's just going too high. A.J. Brown. You can't draft A.J. Brown this year for what he's going to go for. All right, he's the expert consensus number 11 receiver coming off the board. I've got him at 19, so I like him. I think he's a good player. But here's the thing. The Titans run the most run-heavy defense in the league. There is limited catches available.
Offense.
Say what?
It's an offense.
Offense.
You said run-heavy defense.
Oh, my bad. Vrabel wants to play good defense. Okay, he wants to play good defense. He wants to run the ball. He doesn't want to throw the ball any more than they already are.
You know, Vrabel wants to play good defense. That should be, a hot take. Why don't you post that to Twitter?
I'm going to let the world know.
All right. Mike Vrabel wants to play good defense, says Jason Cronkite, media expert, fantasy auction expert, NFL football expert. Vrabel's playing defense this year, folks.
Thanks, Brad. All right, so here's the other things you know about A.J. Brown. So I'm looking at his stats and what the Titans are going to do on offense. Even if he gets a 5% greater target share, which is not insignificant, his yards per catch is coming down. The dude had 20 yards per catch last year. That's absurd. Like that doesn't even compute high. So you regress him to something like 14 yards per catch, which is still exceptional, with an additional 5% target share. And you know what? He comes out with the same number of receiving yards he had last year. So there's no additional upside to get him even more yards. So he's not going to have more yards. With a great touchdown rate, he's still going to have 8 touchdowns. He had an incredibly elite 10% touchdown rate last year. If you go to an elite touchdown rate of 7%, he still gets those 8 touchdowns. So he replicates what he did last year, even on more volume with elite efficiency. So there's just no upside for him to get any better. You can hope that he finishes as wide receiver 11, but that is his absolute ceiling you're drafting him at. He can't go any higher, so you're paying for his ceiling.
This is why you always finish third. You are so overthinking this. Do you know why he was 20 yards a catch? Because he's amazing.
No, nobody is so amazing they can keep up 20 yards per catch. Like that's not going to happen. You're kidding yourself.
I'm not done. Marcus Mariota started 6 games last year. They threw to the wide receivers 448 times.
I will acquiesce Mariota was terrible. We can just talk about the Tannehill games. Talk about the Tannehill games.
Who cares? I want
You're talking about Mariota.
Talk about A.J. Brown. About 215 passes went to wide receivers. They didn't know who he was until the end of the year. He only started 11 games. This is a receiver who's going, wide receiver 16 right now? He's $18? He's an animal. Who are they going to throw to? You think this run-heavy offense is just going to run 60 times a game? They're going to throw to somebody, and they're going to throw to this guy that happens to go 20 yards a play and bowl everybody over. And it's impossible to tackle.
Would go right for the Titans' pass offense last year did. Tannehill had a career high number 3 in the league in completion percentage, number 2 in touchdown rate, number 1 in yards and attempt by a full yard. Everything that could go right for the Titans in the passing game went perfect last year. There's no way that success can be replicated.
Sure it can.
Then you better be taking Tannehill over Mahomes and Jackson.
A.J. Brown is the man, and they know it, and he's going to be the man for 16 weeks. I'll take that.
He could be the man in this offense and finish as wide receiver 11, wide receiver 12. That's where he's being drafted. That's his ceiling. There is no upside to the pick.
He cannot finish below wide receiver 12.
He will. I mean, that's his ceiling. There's no volume there for him to do better.
Okay. I have a guy for you.
Let's hear it.
Back to the running backs. This is the industry's